Hey everybody, Chris Bond 21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. It's episode 30. Damn, we have come a long way, and it's been a long time coming, but we have finally reached the final level in the game, the end of the world, and quite a world it is. It's literally just a bunch of smoke and very few pieces left. Basically, this is the deepest section of the darkness that Ansem created that we're basically heading directly into. And also, look at that background, just full of joy and yeah, it's a happy background, nice and dismal. But yeah, in the last episode, real fast, we just did some secret bosses, nothing really too heavy. It's been a while though since the last story episode, so just to recap where we were story-wise, in case maybe you skipped over the last couple of videos that didn't really pique your interest. We finished off Hollow Bastion's keyhole, and Ansem ended up diving into the keyhole's darkness, and seems to have came here to unleash some sort of horror upon all of the worlds. Riku is stuck on the other side of some sort of a door. We don't exactly know where that is, but he's still alive and talking to someone in the shadows. Kairi we left behind at Traverse Town after we saved her, and now we're basically here to kick Ansem's ass and get Riku home. So without any further ado, let's get started, because this is going to be not really a long level, but just a lot of fighting, so we're going to have to deal with everything.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
So yeah, this is the end of the world, and it's very lively. So this place isn't as easy as you think. You might think that you can just walk straight, but there's a bunch of these little dark energy orbs that create little fights for you, and I'll show you something cool. So if you look real close around here right now, there's these weird crystal fissures and stuff. Well, fissures, not really crystals, but crystal fortress thingies that are hanging around. But I'm going to show you something once we finish off these Heartless that's going to be kind of cool to helping you traverse this place, because it can be a little bit confusing, but these fights are, I guess, meant to clue you into what it is. So I think we just killed him. No, he's over there. So these are, I think these are called Dark Sides? No, that's the bag. I forget what these guys are called. But these guys are annoying because they do this thing where they'll stick the swords in the ground, and then you can't hit them for a few minutes until they randomly choose one of your party members to circulate, and then eventually they'll spawn back out. So it's basically a stupid waiting game, and I hate, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear throughout this playthrough, I hate Heartless that cause like 2-minute delays and require me to wait for them to finish. So I think we just got Gale. And now, so I'm going to stand on this chest, and I'm going to show you straight ahead is another chest. So when we return back to this area, you see how it works? You get it? So, yeah, you can open up all these chests. Some of them have Heartless. If you step into the orbs, you die. So you can't just walk straight into that weird mist thing at the end. So you have to follow the path. So the best thing to do is when you get into fights, try to spot the next chest so you can walk. So if you come here, you'll be able to move forward. See how Sora's stuck right now? I can't move because technically the crystals are still there. But this is a straight path to this chest, as we saw. So what you want to do is you want to move from chest to chest. And unfortunately, some of the chests have Heartless in them, and some of them have boss, well, not really boss monsters, but higher level Heartless that are going to be a pain. So this is why I made sure I was level 60 before coming here, because these Heartless are annoying, because they're very high leveled. And if we probably had gone as soon as we'd beaten Hollow Bastion and I hadn't leveled up a little bit with the Hades Cup, we would probably be struggling right now. It's a good thing we have the Kiraga spell. We're missing, of course, some of the cool stuff we got in the later episodes and all the abilities that I had attached to me in the Secret Bosses episode, but we really don't need that to beat the game. That's just sort of to help us out with the Secret Bosses. So yeah, there's the chest. So what you want to do is, before the game gives you a few minutes, and you might think, well, why is it taking so long to load? Well, no, I think they're actually smartfully giving you a few minutes to like get your bearings straight so you can roll into the next chest. So a couple of these things have some cool stuff in it. So this is a Mega Potion. That's really nothing cool. Most of them are on a straight track, so like we didn't see where that chest was, but see, I just sort of went over to it in a straight line, and I believe this one has a monster in it. Yep, this should be Behemoth, I think. Nope, I think that, nope, that is Behemoth. Okay, so yeah, there's also like boss Heartless in here as well. They're not really bosses, But if you die, you get restart back at the start. Well, not the start of the level, but the start of where you entered the fight. So yeah, I do recommend definitely leveling up before coming to the end of the world. There's plenty of stuff to do. Again, you can do all that side quest stuff before coming here, and it will help tremendously. The only reason why I didn't, you might be saying, well, Chris, why didn't you just use level 80-something Sora to beat the game? Well, I didn't want to run through this like with that much ease. I wanted to have a little bit of fun, and I think this is just sort of level 60 might have been pushing it. I should have probably maybe gone a little lower, but I feel like level 60 is good enough. I think it's a good number. My stats aren't that high. There's also some fights that unfortunately you can't skip. These are triggered automatically. So really, that's all the end of the world is. It doesn't have puzzles, it doesn't have characters, and it doesn't have plot other than just the main story being wrapped up. But all you do is fight Heartless. Basically, it's an endurance level where you have to keep fighting, and there's bosses and whatnot. Now, I was gonna do this level in parts, but I think I'm just gonna say screw it, and we're gonna try to do it all in one go and try to reach the final boss fights with Ansem, and we'll do that for the next video. So I won't bore you guys with multiple parts. We'll get right to the meat of it. So yeah, you can just head this way. I believe that corner chest has something cool. This is a fight. Also, I wanted to level up because I knew this was going to be a very fight-centric episode, and I'll run out of things to talk about, or I'll lose my train of thought, or I'll just stammer on for a bit. So I wanted to make sure I was able to get through these Heartless as fast as I can, so I can talk about the next thing in the level. So I don't have to really linger too much on, oh, well, we're leveling up, oh, we're doing this, oh, we're doing that. See, I'm finishing these fights pretty fast. These guys can be tough, so I want you to know that if you just leave Hollow Bastion at like level 50, you might struggle here. And I really wanted to just be a proper level for the final boss so that we wouldn't have to keep dying. I was getting kind of sick of resetting the games with this cottage. That's not really too good, but yeah, so we're going to have to make our way over there. This is going to be a little bit annoying because I didn't see where the map is, so you'll notice Sora's not moving again. So I'm going to try to go back to this piece, and I'm going to try to make a far left. So you can kind of hug the wall. You can use Sora's Keyblade to hit, and you'll see, like, you'll notice here, like, I'm hitting the wall. No, not that, but like here, I think if I do this, yeah, that's a wall. So I'm going to try to walk around this, and I think if I keep hugging it, I'm getting a little closer, I'm getting a little closer, I'm getting a little closer. I think this is another Heartless fight, and then there's the last one, and then we made it. So yeah, this takes about 10 minutes to cross. The rest of the level, though, is pretty much just a straight shot, just walking straight down, and then there's one area that I'm going to show off that's pretty cool. Another area that I think is meant to represent something, but I'm not entirely sure if it is, and we never got clarification on whether it was because they changed the designs of something. So we still got Shadow Heartless here as well, so in a second I'll explain that stuff when we get there. So yeah, there's the stupid friggin'... I hate these guys because he sticks the sword and you can't do anything, and then you gotta wait. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well, so I'm gonna try to get my bearings here. I don't know which path it is. Hopefully I'm facing the right way. AP up, that's a pretty good one. And I think all we gotta do is head to this chest. And I believe this one was also a fight, because why would they let it be so easy? Yep, another fight. And then I think there's one more fight when we enter the little mist, and then we should be good to go and continue the rest of the level. The next section's pretty cool. Because this place is kind of abstract. They don't really explain what it is. It's basically, it's supposed to be what's left of everything that the Heartless have taken. So the Heartless have been devouring God knows how many Disney worlds before the game started. And this is what's left of them. Like, this is all that's left. But then, this is also supposed to be like a Heartless world where the Heartless spawn from. Also, there's a bit of a thing I have to explain maybe when we read the Ansem reports, which I think I'll be reading at the end of the series after the post-content episode, because there's one more report tied to a final battle, or final secret boss, I should say. But there's something I want to explain when we get to this next area. So, real quick, we're just going to fight this little orb, and then I'll be able to explain some cool stuff. So I think this is another behemoth fight. They're not that difficult. Again, you just crawl up his butt and then just go to the horn. And if you can take out the horn, like when it's charging here real fast, I don't know if I'll get it. Maybe I can get it. Probably not gonna. Goofy hit him enough. Nope. No, we didn't get it that time. Oh! Oh! No! Okay, take 2, and this time put on area. See, I told you, level 60 was a good place to go, because if I was any lower than a level than that, he probably would have killed me in one hit from 5 fights ago. So yeah, this guy can still be a pain, so I'm not exactly the strongest level possible, and I think even if I get hit now, yeah, it took a little bit of damage off me. But yeah, so level 60 is anything higher than 60, I think you should be fine. I just died because that move is annoying and it can take a lot of damage off. But I'm saying, like, if you come here exactly as soon as you're done with Hollow Bastion, you're gonna die. Like, you could have the best Keyblade on, you could have, you know, the best abilities equipped. If your defense and your strength is not up to snuff, these guys are gonna kill you. So I did pretty good with all the Heartless themselves, but this guy took me out just because I guess he was a little stronger than a normal enemy, so that's probably why that just killed me. And also, I hate that move. It always kills me. So after we do that, we phase here into Crystal Land, or wherever this is. It's a very abstract level. It's a clever design. I like it. I wonder where that Ansem feller went. Dive into the most dangerous place and we'll find him. So basically that's a hint as to what you have to do here. So this area isn't really anything. There's chests hidden around and stuff. If you want to get some extra gummy pieces, and I don't know if there's anything item-wise, but all you have to do is fall down here to the save point. That's all you have to really do. All you have to do is land at the save point and then jump here. And then this section is kind of weird, but interesting at the same time. So this explains how the Heartless, this whole area here, how the Heartless have been getting around the entire game. So at first it thinks, well, what is this exactly? So you'll take these little warp pads and you'll notice there are these beams in the center. Now watch what happens when we enter one. So look where we are. We're back in Traverse Town, but we can't go anywhere. You'll notice it's all blocked off. So what this isn't a recreation of Traverse Town. This place, which is called the World Terminus, Terminus I think is how you pronounce the word. And you can see that when you pause the game or you save the game a little bit later on. This is how the Heartless have been invading all of the worlds. They don't just spawn out of nothingness. They come from this world and they use these dark corridors to travel to the world. So this is what this whole area is meant to sort of entail. That this is how the Heartless have been jumping around to each world. And this is a good area to gain some extra levels because you have to fight a ton of Heartless. And I don't think I'm going to do all of them because it'd be kind of boring watching me fight all of them. And I don't really need to be any higher level than I already am. I also don't even know if I'll level up at this point, but I just want to take out this first area to show you what it's like. So each of these areas has a chest, but inside of them is just a couple of things for the synthesis shop. And then once you're done, you just go back out the way you came, through the door. Can't use that, that's a potion. And then you leave. And then you move on to the next one. And I'm not going to show it because it's time consuming and it's a lot, but each one of these takes you back to a world you visited. So that's Wonderland, that's Deep Jungle. This next one is Olympus Coliseum. The next one is Agrabah. And then it's going to be Monstro. And then Halloween Town. And I think they skip... No, we do go to Atlantica. And then Neverland or Atlantica. There's one world missing. It's not all of them. I think one is missing. I don't know which. I maybe got that wrong. But if you take this next one, you'll notice it's green. And then there's a red one. So the green one obviously is good because the green one will teleport you to the 100 Acre Wood, which gives you a free chest because the 100 Acre Wood doesn't have Heartless in it. So apparently the Heartless were unable to take over this world. There's a save point here, and then you can roll to the side and get out of here. And this is what you got to do next. You got to go through here and enter this flaming pillar, which probably means bad stuff. But take a look at this. So, where are we? We've never been to this place before, and it looks very weird. So, I think, and I'm not 100% on this, because I don't know if it's ever been proven, or if there's theories about this, this is Hollow Bastion. At least an area in Hollow Bastion that we've never seen, because this is supposed to be Ansem's lab, down in the dungeons, or whatever the heck, where they mentioned that he did the experiments on people's hearts. Because when you go into the next room, it becomes a little bit clearer that this might be that. So, this door opens after you've killed those guys. And this room is, again, really weird, but if you read the inscription on this machine, one born of the heart and darkness devoid of hearts, ravages all worlds and brings desolation. Seize all hearts and consummate the great heart, all hearts to be one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, the realm of kingdom hearts, the great darkness sealed within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness, great game by the way, for the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, one door, one key to the door. The door of darkness tied by 2 keys. The door of darkness to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows returning to the darkness. One born of the heart of darkness. Hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. So we know a little bit about that dark door because Riku was being talked to someone about a keyblade that existed on the dark side of the door. And that 2 keys are needed to seal that door. And that ties into stuff for the endgame, so those things came out. So this is supposed to be, I think, Ansem's lab. And something that we're going to find out when we read his Ansem report is this thing here. See the Heartless symbol? This isn't just here to block the path. This is actually very important because if you've noticed, there are different types of Heartless. The Heartless that we've been fighting all game look different, and I'll show you real fast by looking into the journal. So this isn't really spoilers. It's inside the Ansem report that we'll read at the end, but I just want to get this out of the way because it's kind of a cool thing. So if you look at something like the Soldier Heartless, you'll notice that on their chest, if he stops, I need to find one that isn't having a seizure. I think the large body is a good one. Yeah, okay. You see how the large body has the Heartless emblem on the middle? Okay, that means something. Something that the game doesn't explain in story, but it's explained in the Ansem reports. Now you see the shadows? The shadows don't have that. And if you notice, some of the enemies we're fighting right now, here in the end of the world, the invisible, they don't have that. They don't have that mark. And I think the angel stars, I think they do. Yeah, so angel stars do. So the difference of what this mark means, this isn't just the Heartless. The Heartless didn't have a group session meeting and think, hey, we need a logo to differentiate ourselves. No, no, no. See, Ansem created those Heartless. They're called Emblem Heartless because they have the emblem of the Heartless on them. The shadows that don't, they're pure blood Heartless. They come right out of the darkness. Ansem did experiments, and that's why we have all the funky ones, like the monkey ones and the weird body-shaped ones and the weirdo ones. The ones that have no emblem came directly out of the darkness, the pureness of evil and whatever the hell you want to call it. And Ansem did the rest, and that's why this emblem is here, because this is Ansem's lab, and Ansem created the emblem Heartless. And again, it's explained more in the Ansem report, but we'll go fully into details with that in the last episode of the game. So once you jump back out, you'll notice that there is now a hole here, so we got to jump down, and we're going to get a boss fight. So this is the Chinnabog. I don't know how you say it, but yeah, he's from Fantasia, which ironically would become a world in one of the later Kingdom Hearts games, like one of the last ones released before I think. No, wait, was this last one? Yeah, it was like one of the last newest ones released. I know we've had other Kingdom Hearts games, but they don't really count. The collections aren't really new games; they're just repurposed packages of older games together. So yeah, it was the last new Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 3D, and he showed up again in that. The Chinnabog isn't really a character. I guess it's kind of cool that they put him in here. He kind of fits in general because he looks like a Heartless. He has yellow eyes. He's a shadow type creature. He's easy-ish if you have Aereo and a good amount of defense. So basically what he does, he's sort of similar to Ursula. You have to hit his face, but he's a lot easier because he has a lot less range moves. So he does this thing where he blows up in flames, and if you're inside that and you're not a high level, yeah, it's gonna hurt. So you want to make sure you're a good level. You want to make sure you're strong enough to keep hitting him, and you also want to be able to telegraph his moves. So again, Donald and Goofy are dead right now because they were inside that flame pillar. So yeah, he's doing, I think he's about to use the move where he sends out little, I think they're little gust winds. Yeah, so he does this thing where he pushes you back, and then you have to glide back into him. I'm gonna put Aereo back on real fast because I'd like to be protected. Yeah, these things are gonna come out. The things he just hit me. Yeah, he just hit me with one, so I can see what it looks like. And then he's going to like stick out his head, and then he's going to do the flame move again. It's got a pretty big range, so you want to telegraph that move early and try to get the hell out of the way. Again, I'm level 60, so I really don't have to move if I don't want to. I probably could stay there and just barely survive. But at the same time, I'd rather not die. And he's down to almost 1 health point. He moves around a little sporadically here near the end, and holy crap, I almost died. That's because I'm mentioning how easy this is. I really should shut up. Remind me, if I do the next game, remind me. Don't mention how easy the thing is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna heal with a high potion. That was very lucky. I had an elixir. I almost died. Thank God I went low. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to finish him off here. I got a couple of good hits. He's gonna use the flame move probably in a second. Yeah, that's probably gonna hurt me. I'm gonna heal real fast. I'm probably dead. No, thank God. I don't know if I can finish him off real fast. I want to put Aereo back on just to be safe because I'm going to go in there and charge him for the last couple of hits. He's going to do that flame move. That hurt. Yeah, so this I would stay away from if you're low leveled because this can hurt. And it flies into you, so I can't even see it. So he's not just snacking away. Oh boy, fly away, Sora, fly away. I just made it. See, again, I'm a pretty good level for this. This isn't like I'm super high leveled where I can kill him for nothing. And I leveled up. Got MP and aerial sweep. Nice. Yeah, if I'd come here as level 80 Sora, I could have stayed right next to him. That's why I didn't want to beat the game as level 80, 90 Sora, because it becomes so pathetic. Like, I don't even have to try. And I want to have a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, that's it. Cinnabog's gone. I hope again, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, Cinnabog, pretty difficult if you're low leveled. So this is why you want to be level like 60 or higher, because it's easier for that. And we're going to get our last shared ability in the game. We learned Super Glide. Now I actually ended up beating the entire game. Well, I did the secret stuff and everything without Super Glide. So we're going to dive down here into the Volcano Mountain. It should fade in. And this area is cool because there's a couple of little references in this next area that I'm going to point out before we get to the final little endurance test. And perfect timing because we're almost about 20 minutes. I'm glad I didn't split this episode up because it would have been very short. So real quick here, if you look around, this place, like Donald and Goofy said at the beginning, this place is a Heartless world that shows all of the worlds left that were eaten up by the Heartless. So if you look really close at the walls here, you're going to notice a bunch of thorns and some weird looking like there's a doorway there, and there's some weird like broken debris, and it generally looks like it's all wrapped in thorns. So this area is meant to represent Sleeping Beauty's world, because Sleeping Beauty has all of the thorns in the bridge. If you've there's a game later in the series that shows how this world lost itself to the darkness. So that's what this area is supposed to be a reference to, and this is the proof of it. You see this right here? This tree, everything. Sleeping Beauty has like a cubism art. I think it's cubism. It's where everything's like sort of cube shape art design, and this is meant to be the meadow from Sleeping Beauty. So that's what this is meant to represent. There's something up there, I think it's just rocks and stuff, but the thorns and this little section here proves that this is a reference to Sleeping Beauty's world. So then in here, you'll notice there are some weird looking tree monsters with eyeballs, and mostly it's just the trees. And that is a reference, so this floor is a reference to Snow White. And if you look really close here, this castle looks a little weird. It looks a little, I don't know if this is the castle from Sleeping Beauty, but not Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, but if you look around it, kind of looks like the stem of an apple. So yeah, this is a reference to Snow White's world being taken by the darkness. And again, there's a game later in the series that shows how that happened. And then if we move a little closer or further down, you'll notice again the trees are still kind of behind us, but if we keep moving forward, I think there is something in this room, but I think there's supposed to be a reference to potentially that this is Cinderella's world. I don't think there's anything as exclusive as what was in the other two floors, but yeah, that's what these three floors are meant to represent. They're meant to represent the three other princesses' worlds that we didn't see. But there is a game later in the franchise that shows you what happened. So once you make your way down through all this, move out of the way, because Behemoth is going to try to kill you. Yeah, he comes out of nowhere. So if you're not a strong level, you can die right there, which sucks. So yeah, this is the final area of the game. Well, not really the final area, but this is the final area where you can fight monsters before the final rest. And this is basically one giant, long-ass battle arena. So there's a bunch of Heartless that are going to spawn out, and you'll see in a second what we're trying to accomplish here by fighting all of them. And if Sora could just stay on the damn top and fight his damn horn off. Oh, please hurry up, please hurry up, please hurry up, Sora, please kill him. Kill him. Oh, thank God, we knocked him off. So yeah, once we kill him, and Goofy just leveled up, nice. You're going to see what exactly it is we're doing in this room. So this room is pretty big, and you'll notice that there's a Heartless emblem on the other side of the door, or other side of the room. And this is a door. And it's going to light up now, and the top piece disappears. So what we're doing right now is we're fighting Heartless to break that seal off. So yeah, it becomes an endurance round. And if you don't have a lot of high strength, this takes a while. So again, this is why leveling up is important, and why you shouldn't come here under-leveled or just try to run through this on a first playthrough. Or see, we just broke up the next piece. So yeah, you just got to keep fighting as many Heartless that the game throws out at you. These guys are annoying. Keep putting on Aereo. Try to stay calm. Try to keep curing when you can. If they gang up on you, just try to separate them one at a time and just try to take one out. I think my strength is enough to probably take them out in one go. I shouldn't have to really do too many combos. But again, this can be very annoying and very button mashy if you're not the correct level, because there's a lot of Heartless, and these guys are strong, and if they gang up on you, it's very easy to die. And sad news here, if you die during this, you have to start all over again. That's right, you got to do it right from the bottom at the start fight, and do it all from scratch, from the beginning, which is annoying. So you want to make sure you get it one go, and you don't have to be bothered with it. So now we got the Angel guys. Thankfully, I just have enough health to kill everything in sort of one set of combos. Also, Sora has Combo Master on, so I'm able to kind of just attack what I need to attack. Even if I don't totally hit it, I can still sort of finish off a combo like that, and I'll take damage. This guy's throwing little light bombs at me. Let's finish him off. So we're almost, I know, it looks like we're almost done. But trust me, there's a lot more to come. And now they're going to start bringing out mixes of the Dark Bowls and the Invisibles and the Angel Stars. And Donald and Goofy are not my friends in this fight because they die a lot. Yeah, I don't understand it. Donald and Goofy are just about the same level as me. Goofy's even higher. And yet somehow they don't stand any more of a chance than I do. And maybe that's because I have items on. Maybe it's because I have weapons better than the standard weapons. But I gave Donald and Goofy better weapons, so you'd think that they'd be able to use it. So yeah, I think we're getting towards the bottom of that thing. There's just the corner piece left. So maybe we're almost done. Again, this might feel like it's going really fast and it's really short, but trust me, if you're not the highest level, if you're not like level 60, if you're not close to that area, this will take a very long time because I've been here before at like level 52, and it's possible. It's very, very possible to reach the final rest area at level 52, but you're just getting lucky, honestly. You just have enough items, or you have skill, or you're getting lucky with Donald's cure ability or something. Something is helping you basically get to that final area, and it's not that you're the correct level. And it doesn't matter anyway, because even if you get through this level here and finish all this, Ansem's probably going to kill you in like the second fight. So, and just like every Final Fantasy game, the ending fights are a barrage of like multiple fights. So you're going to have to do a bunch. And now they bolted the sword. It's like they knew I was coming. So they both decided, you know, let's shove the sword into the ground at the same goddamn time so we can really piss off Chris. He just wants to finish this area off. You know, he's tired, it's late, he wants to go to bed, finish this part off before he beats the game tomorrow on a fresh new day. And I think one more spawning section. I think there's one more. See, this last piece makes you think, oh, I'm doing pretty good. There's just one piece left. And this last piece spawns a lot of them at you. So I'm going to try to just definitely put the sword in, damn it. I'm trying to kill off the side enemies here. The Dark Bowls are kind of annoying me. Kill the Invisible. Come on. There we go. Got him. So like, if you're not killing things in one set of hits, like 1, 2, 3 dead, you're probably not the right level for this area. If you need to keep mashing and mashing, problem. Yep, and that's it. So that's it. If you can get through that little endurance round, you win. And now we can enter the final area. Well, the final rest. So yeah, that's the final area of the level that you can fight Heartless in. And then once we go here, final rest. So inside this area is a save point. Nice little bit of fountains. There's one chest here. It's going to give you Mega Elixir, which is probably helpful. And that's it. Once you touch this door, it basically gives you the ultimate warning. So, huh? What's wrong? Don't you hear something? There. Careful. This is the last haven you'll find here. Beyond, there is no light to protect you. But don't be afraid. Your heart is the mightiest weapon of all. Remember, you are the one who will open the door to the light. I don't hear anything. Strange, that voice was so familiar. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe you better take a rest. So yeah, that's it. And if you press examine one more time, the door will open and the final section of boss fights will continue. So that's going to do it for this episode. We just hit about shy of 30 minutes. I'm going to save the game real fast under my level 59 file. And I believe that will take me to level 62. Oh, level 60. That's a perfect level to beat the game, I think. Final rest at level 60 should be fine, should be great. So yeah, next time we're going to finish the game and take on all of the boss fights. And I believe if I did the math correctly, there are 1, 2, 3, 4... Looks like there's 5 main bosses, a couple little side things we got to do during the fight. But ultimately, it's going to be a boss party next time. So come back next time for the finale of Kingdom Hearts. And there will be one more episode after that. Don't worry, I'll talk about that in the next episode. But don't worry, the next episode's not the last episode. It's just going to be the end of the story. We're going to finish the game plot-wise. And then there's one more thing we have to do with the secret boss, and that will do it for us. So 2 more episodes. But next time we finish the game. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on that part.